This is the community I grew up in, and it's got amazing people.
People are themselves, and they're having a great time.
I really like telling stories and sharing them with the community.
And it changed my life, and it made such an enormous impact.
Sometimes I get to be part of the action.
Go away.
I like coming to work at SWCTC for the new technology we get to use and the variety of things we do daily.
Will you please rise and join me in a pledge to the flag?
Having the opportunity to go out to events within the cities
Good job, that's a big one.
and speak with community members about their experience.
I love it. This is awesome.
I like that each project has its own challenges, and it makes you think about how to portray a story in a different way each time.
Being with the horses, they're very calming, and it was so much fun.
I really like the people I work with, and I like doing what I'm doing. I find it creative, and most importantly, I find it fun.
This organization is positioned to give back to the community in many ways. So it's really an honor to have this responsibility, and we take it very seriously.
Families love to recreate in Woodbury because of the variety of programs, events, unique facilities. We also have over 150 miles of trails, allow all of our residents to find a recreation niche that they enjoy. With over 49 different parks and facilities, you can enjoy our splash pad, our indoor playground, an all-inclusive playground. You can grab a book at Central Park and enjoy the waterfall there, or head to our golf course and enjoy a round of golf.
Steve, I gotta say the visuals of having the fermenting tanks being able to be seen from outside is so cool. Tell us, how many beers are you gonna have on site?
Well, at any given time, we're going to have 8 taps that come directly from the holding tanks, and maybe 4 extras that come from either kegs or barrels, firkins, other things. So up to 12. We have over 60 recipes that we're going to run through all these beers, with the goal being the most eclectic beer collection in the Twin Cities for a brewery. That's our target anyway.
Thanks for taking the time to talk with us, Paul.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, so the original Parks building has been demolished. What's going to be built in its place?
Well, over here on the West Campus, we plan to replace our fleet services and add a new building over here. It's about 28,000 square feet. Behind that, we're going to add an 18,000 square foot cold storage facility, along with the city's fuel island.
So with fleet services moving across the street, where will Parks maintenance be?
Parks maintenance is going to be relocated over to the East Campus, so they can be housed along with the Streets Division and the Utilities Divisions.
Good afternoon, Agent H2O.
Good afternoon.
We've got a new assignment for you, and it's close to your current location.
Another water issue?
You guessed it, it's our old friend, Mr. Gold Thumb.
I'll head that way now. Hello, Mr. Gold Thumb.
Agent H2O, we meet again.
I'd like to talk to you about what you're doing there.
Just taking care of my property.
That's great. But what if you could take care of your property and save on your next month's water bill?
I'm listening.
So you've been with the fire department for how many years now?
I'm going to be celebrating my 29th anniversary with the fire department here in the next couple of months. So I've been able to, I've seen the growth. I came on in January 2nd of 1990. And it's been a lot of fun over the career, and the people and come and gone, and the leadership that's come and gone. It's been a great experience.
I'd been in Iraq for almost a full year at this point. I remembered getting in the truck that morning and pulling out to the gate. Greg Rewer was driving, and that was an uncommon thing for him because he was a sergeant, so he was normally a TC. But because we had our lieutenant in there, he was going to drive instead. We were wrapping up the mission. We were driving on the way back that the up-armored Humvee that I was in was hit by a command-detonated roadside bomb. The bomb went off underneath the truck, and it picked the truck up 25 to 30 feet in the air. It landed upside down on its roof, like near the shoulder of the road. It tore the doors off of the driver's side door and my door. And Greg, who was driving at that time, and myself were both ejected out.
The conditioner at the back side of the Zamboni is where it all happens. Water comes down, and that's where we actually make the thin layer of ice. There is about 210 gallons of hot water. We have 80 gallons of cold water. And then we have a board brush. That is a brush that takes all the stuff away from the side of the boards. When we shave the ice, it turns into snow. And what we do then is we collect it through the augers, comes up through the augers, and goes into what we call the dump tank.
Hey Cottage Grove, I'm Sharon. Here's a few things happening in your city. A canoe launch at Hayes and P. Morris Park was built this past July. The launch allows you to conveniently and safely launch your canoe or kayak from the shoreline of the Mississippi River. The park is located at 10657 Gray Cloud Trail, and it's open sunrise to sunset. The Ravine Parkway project is underway, and I want you to be aware of an upcoming road closure.
I love it. This is awesome.
All right, I think it's ready. We're packing meals to send to kids who need to be nourished because they can't learn or do anything else unless they're fed. So we're packing meals for them so they can get all the nutrition they need. Hi, this is for
you. Your mom's definitely one of the sickest people in the hospital right now. And, you know, it's pretty apparent that our chances weren't great and that it was going to be a long haul.
Her outcome looked grim. Only about 7% of people who suffer ruptured aneurysms survive. On life support, Julie was rushed in for emergency brain surgery in a last-ditch effort to save her life. She underwent a second surgery in the evening to put drains in her skull to relieve the pressure on the brain. Miraculously, she survived.
I don't remember ever feeling any of that. I think I asked Nate a couple times when I finally got extubated with the ventilator and whatnot if I was dying. And he goes, "No, you've already done that a couple times." So that was a good response.
Weeks of therapy were ahead of her, but through it all, her children and grandchildren were there for her. On April 3rd, 2017, for the first time since the incident, Julie made a return to Woodbury, this time to meet the men that saved her life.
You know, I've been doing this job just a little over 20 years now, and I've never had success with saving a patient. And it was just cool to see, you know, her come back and like she's living life, she's happy, her son's super happy. So it was a cool experience.
It's August 21st, 1965, and the Beatles are performing in Minnesota for the first time.
My sister wanted to go see the Beatles with her girlfriends, and Mom said, sure, but you've got to take your younger brother along, which I don't know if she was real thrilled about or not. I said, okay, that's cool, we're going to see the Beatles. That'll be fun. My first concert, one of my earliest memories, actually.
For 9-year-old Cullen, seeing his first concert at the height of Beatlemania, what could possibly go wrong?
So all of a sudden, these 4 guys come running out of the home team dugout. 3 guys had their guitars, and Ringo's running out with his drumsticks in hand. Oh my God, there they are, they're on stage. I remember the crying and the screaming and sitting there, and this girl was just absolutely carrying on. And I remember pointing at my sister saying, what's wrong with her? And my sister slapping my hand down saying, don't point, and just, be cool. So I was cool and just ignored all this nonsense going on. But even back then at 9 years old, I thought, this is crazy, Guess I didn't think people would really react like that, especially not in Minnesota,
All right. Well, Ann, it's great to have you back. You've been gone for 3 months. What have you been up to?
Well, I had a baby. So
That's right.
my husband and I welcomed a
Congrats.
baby girl at the end of November. Her name is Josie. She's adorable.
Yes, she is absolutely adorable. We're so happy for you guys.
Well, thank
really,
you.
it's great to have you back. But again, we're very happy, and congratulations to you guys.
Well,
on
thank
that.
you. Yeah, she's a very smiley baby, so
Yes.
she brings us a lot of joy.
Just like her mom, brings us a lot of joy and is very smiley as well.
Well, and that's why it's good for me to be back here.
That's right.
So yeah, I've missed you guys. It feels like I haven't really been gone at all.
That's right.
So
we're back. We're happy about it.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.